Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So I've been married for less than 3 years.
Okay.
And I've worked for everything that I have, and nothing was given to me. And when I got married, my net worth was a little over $1 million. And but that did consist of most money in retirement and equity in a few rental properties.
Mm-hmm.
My fiance at the time, now husband, did not have as much as I did, which was fine. So we had decided to get a prenup, and whatever he came in with, I matched. And then anything else in excess of that was to go to our children.
What'd he come in with?
He came in with $160,000.
So you were at $1 million net worth and he was at $160 net worth?
Yeah.
Whose idea was the prenup?
Mine.
Okay. Keep going.
So, fast forward. I'm making a great income. He's making a great income. I've always been a saver, just naturally. Always, lived below my means. And things just begun, just not making any sense. And my husband owns his own business. And I just started seeing our accounts getting lower and lower and lower when I believe our accounts should have been getting higher and higher.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, hey, what's going on? And his response was, I just haven't done the paperwork, for taxes, and said that he filed the tax extension. So, it's taking money out of his savings until he goes through his paperwork so he can know what he has to pay exactly. I said, okay. Several months went by, and I still noticed these things going down, and things just don't make sense to me. Something in particular happened, and I pretty much said, are you sure everything's okay? He said, yeah. I asked him to please let me see his account, his business account where he said all the money was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he admitted to me that he has been stealing from, his words were, from us, from me, and is a fraud. And needless to say, dove into everything, and he has completely wiped us out.
Oh my gosh.
Our savings, everything. We now only have 2 months of emergency fund. We have 2 very small children, two under 2.
Uh-huh.
So
when you say he wiped
mm-hmm.
out your savings, how much did you have saved? And he was just funneling it to keep his business
mm-hmm.
afloat? Is that what you're saying?
So we had over $100,000 in savings.
Mm-hmm.
He also took from me personally $286,000.
Out of where?
Just various accounts that I had that were deemed as premarital that weren't supposed to be touched.
And what did he use that money for?
So I just went through everything, and there is no addictions. There's no other woman. There's nothing like that. So then when I dove into things, so it turns out that the lies began when we were dating. And he actually lied on his prenup. And the $160,000 that he even came in with were tied to loans and lines of credit from his business.
So he just said that this is how much credit I have. It's not real net worth.
I didn't know that.
But that's what he just admitted to you, though, recently. So, yeah.
So really he came in with zero.
And he lied on a
He actually came in with
legal
negative.
document. Right. So he lied on a legal document, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
When did all this happen, Sarah? How long ago?
About 2 months ago.
Okay.
And I have to say, I'm still in shock.
Sure.
How's the business doing? Is it going into the business and his business is tanking? Or does he, when you look at his business, is there profit? And he's just not bringing that back into the personal side.
His
That's
business is not doing anywhere near as well as it used to, or as it was. And he has been lying about how well it's doing.
Wow.
And, just, like I'm a budgeter, like if you tell me, hey, only this much money is coming in, I'll just, pull out a spreadsheet and say, hey, let's start budgeting. But that's not what happened. Instead, we're going on vacations.
Yeah.
Instead, we're, doing things like that we shouldn't be doing if you have debt.
Yeah.
So he's also racked up about $130,000 now in personal debt.
Can I ask you a question? Because he's not here, so I can't question him in the same way.
Yeah.
What was the inside of you that made you go, I need to sign a prenup with this guy? Was there a red flag already?
No, there wasn't. It was just the fact that our net worths were so vastly
So different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. Sarah, I'm so sorry. So are you separating from him?
No. I feel we have two very small children.
Mm.
And again, I'm still very much in shock, but we have two very small children, and I know the statistics with growing up in a home with a broken household, and I don't want that for my children either.
Yeah.
Are you in
And
counseling?
they're just so young.
Are you guys in
No.
counseling? Will he go?
No. He said he would go, but to be quite frank, it's not something that we could afford right now.
Well, if you're going to make the marriage part work, Sarah, you're married to a liar, and not just a liar like here and there. Like, I mean, there's something wrong, deeply wrong with him. And in the process, he's hurting his family. And so for you to draw boundaries for yourself does not make you a bad mom. I just want to give you freedom to do what's best for Sarah in this moment, and for this to be a healthy longevity, level of a marriage. There is a lot of broken pieces, and without a professional, I really believe, to be in the mix of this, and for him to show deep remorse and a pattern of change until you have trust. I'm separating everything today, Sarah, financially. You need to protect yourself. Your income now goes into a different account with his name nowhere near it. I would contact a lawyer just on the basis of lying about a prenup. I would just get some more information to protect yourself and your kids, because
I have already done most of that, and I'm in the midst of a post-nup, which he has agreed to.
Where you go back and have like basically a prenup in the middle of the marriage. Is that what that is? Changing the prenup to make it correct. So where you guys currently are?
No. Post-nup, just reiterating that his debt is his debt. And even if I decided to, let's say, help him get out of his debt, that I would not be, I'm expecting to get reimbursed at some point. It's not just my responsibility.
I hear you. Yeah. Well, what we find so much often, Sarah, with these, the level of financial infidelity that you've experienced is the level of an affair. I mean, you can put anything in place, but that you start to question yourself. I mean, there's so much in that when you are so deeply lied to from the person that you're supposed to be in a marriage with. So I would do what I would have my own therapist. I would have him go to therapy if you're going to make this work, but I would also protect yourself until a pattern is proven, that he's proven back his trust with finances.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.